Hello and welcome back to our channel where we speak all about futures analysis, technical analysis, about really understanding from drawing certain things where exactly we want to take our trades. Okay, and one of the things my mentor always told me is make sure that you have pre-plans from the morning, so you know exactly what type of trades you are looking to take during the day, so you don't just take it off the fly. So let's dive right into it and look at what type of trade potentially I can do. So here we can see Monday and Tuesday I literally just started and I said let me make this as a recording. So Monday and Tuesday was same high. Okay, and then what happened, we had basically Monday and Tuesday again same low next the following week. I believe we didn't have it Wednesday because last week it was a holiday. Wednesday was off. Okay, so what we're looking at, we have this line. It's very good line that it's most likely will go today towards that, but everything is probabilities, so we cannot say for sure. I'm just saying based on what, if anything, what I would put my money on as a trade. So Monday and Tuesday here, actually, you see, this was Monday and Tuesday was almost the same, but it's already surpassed that. So that's very interesting, and it surpassed this high as well. Now, why we're looking at high? Because many times high of days or low of days will play as a resistance or support. Okay, so that's why we're looking at it. So we will see that it will go more towards that, and then might have a rejection. So you might see something like this, like slow, 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 or fast, and it might surpass it or get a rejection. So that's why we are looking for those highs. Okay, and you can see here clearly it did the same thing. It's head and high, then it's rejected and closed at the open almost. Here it's went over the high but then rejected. So you see it went over the high quite a bit but still had a rejection, didn't close above there. Here the same, had a low, then open right next to the low, retest the low by 1 point, went under it, and then had a whole rally of $221 and 50 cents, and even more by a bit, but the body, so it's very strong, right? So that's what exactly we want to look at when we see those things. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let's continue here. Um, Basically, we have here the 3 hours. Okay, so if we are getting more towards that, you see also on a daily, it's a, I mean, on a 30 minutes candle, it's a very good support and resistance. You will see that also as a confirmation. Okay, you can see here. So we do want to see it goes towards that, and maybe what we even will see a retest of Friday lows or Friday high, and then continuation to Monday, Tuesday high. Okay, that's something that you will see. And here you see between like this low and that low of the week, you can see that it's playing for us as more or less support and resistance within this range. So it's not passing that over the night session. Okay, so what I will be looking to do is basically once it comes to this level of a Friday high, I will look to put my stop loss around here, targeting Monday, Tuesday highs. Okay, how I would like to do that, it's basically, let's say an example. Okay, let's say an example. One moment. So it's very tight risk to reward, no problem for that. So basically, I might even want to have it a bit higher than that, like here. So it's forming a higher highs, and I don't mind to risk more because I believe that it has a better confirmation. Now, what are the things that we are looking at? So it's 1 to 6 risk to reward. We're $23 away. And what are my confirmations is basically one, this high. Second is that I have here higher lows, okay, or lower highs, that it's printing over here, like basically overall it's printing that. Let me see if I also will have here a trend line. One moment. Uh, I'm trying to see if I would have a trend line that would meet right somewhere here. But let me see something. This will be about 12 p.m., 10:30. So what we might see, okay, in this case, what I'm thinking, it's I'm not gonna enter both here. I will have an entry, one that is here, or maybe even lower now that I'm looking at it. One that is here, and one that will be more here in this range, okay? And then I will take it from there. Also, I will look for additional confirmations like I was showing you yesterday in the video, which honestly I had the entry, then I took profit. So I had an entry, one right here, and then one right here. Okay, again, also because of the trend line, I enter more, and this line that I had from before, support and resistance low or high of one of the days, and I took profit right here. And then I was on a call with somebody, and as it was coming here, okay, and that's why I say always, if you take or you don't take, have the gratitude for your trade, because then what happened, you have a better potential next time looking at it and taking the opportunity. So what I did, I basically see this confirmation, okay? You see how it's not making even one candle by one tick lower. So that's a confirmation that it will go higher for us. So I didn't enter here. It's okay even to enter here. Don't wait more for it to retrace and come back. It will most likely not. And as you can see, I didn't enter. So what happened? I basically made 25 points, okay, instead of holding it and making roughly about 100 points or whatever more, because you can see, and here again on a retest would be able to re-enter, no problem, because it's coming back to a level of our support and resistance here, which I believe it was one of the low of days. And what it's showing us, it's printing lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, okay, retesting the lower high and have a massive massive rejection, in fact. Okay, so this what I'm talking about. Of number one, listening to your system. Number two, number two, basically uh, get into to the momentum. So basically, what we see that the move actually continues so aggressively. But what we also see is that we didn't hold it, and we like more. I'm talking, of course, about myself, but because I'm making this video, I'm saying we. But in what sense? That as I'm showing you those examples, that's what also will show you not to. not to try take profits way too fast. Okay, like in certain scenarios, if you want, I can analyze as to why this area was. So you see, this area was support and resistance from prior date from like 13th of June. But quickly, just to look at it, how it touched multiple times, right? And especially here in this area, we were printing lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and then we created here another support and resistance over the like uh, couple of hours, and then the rejection was very big because number one, this support and resistance and that support and resistance, which is more historical, we had here the trend line, okay, and also, well, the trend line, no, actually, because it's only two. We will have it on the third one, okay, if anything. But also, you can see this candle that has basically a hammer that is changing of direction. That's number one. Number two, you can see the VIX, okay, are higher here from the bottom, even though, yes, you can see here from the top as well, but this one, okay, it's also as not a hammer, but the opposite one, and it's somewhat of a bullish sign. As you can see, they have very many of those that have very bullish signs for us. So that's amazing how we can look at that. But of course, again, everything is on hindsight. But what I'm looking at this moment for this video, it's today, Friday, 28th of June. I will be looking for an entry within this area for the high, longing. I will be longing towards these two areas that will be a Monday and Tuesday high, or 3 hours demand zone. Okay, or supply zone, one of them. So that's it. That's all I got for you today. Also, why I'm more confident with the long. If you look over the long period, we have a like higher trend. Okay, so it's much better for us to look for the longs. Okay, what exactly the best entry will be for me? It will be looked at on a minute by minute candle, but also, it's more or less based on analysis. Will be one here, okay, one here, one here, here, here. That will be good entries, okay, at those levels, or to just be on the safe side, enter here, and it's okay to see some red PNL for long-term green. Okay, sometimes what you might see, you enter, but then it will start reversing as it steps you out, so enter again, and very, very, very tight risk to reward. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. I will be in touch, and will let you know as I'm taking my trade. I will see you in the short term. See you in the next one. Thank you. My name is Avi Aronov, and again, it was a pleasure to make those videos. It's 8 a.m. for us. We have another an hour and a half before the actual market will open. Okay, so what I want to do, I just want to actually go over my trade now that it's actually worked and triggered. So what happened? I actually had this as a setup, okay, to go here. Now I wasn't home, I wasn't by my computer, and what happened? Let's just review. So at 8:30 there was a larger move that dropped from 8:30 down to 9:30 to the area of entrance, which already closer to our stop loss. Okay, and what you can see, it triggered somewhere at 8:45. Okay, and then it went down to our stop loss, down, tested 2 times, 3 times, couple of times our trend line. Now, what you can see, I actually was driving that time. I didn't want to enter into a trade and then be on my phone looking so much as I'm driving. So Basically what you can see, it's went to the bottom, okay, tested our trend line, respected, but then once it broke below, it's made a lower low, but here it's actually made a support and resistance level. In this area, it does show you very clear that it's not finding a reason to go more lower. So look here, you have a lower high. That's one. Second, no decision in this candle. So it was pretty much like 50 cents, 2 ticks that it closed. Okay. And then you have here a large buying and then retesting to the trend line. And ever since a move to the upside, which this trade would have worked phenomenally. And it's 1 to 4.5 risk to reward. What happened when I looked at it, I actually was looking to enter in this area right here, because as I mentioned to you, if you get stepped out, you can still review and look if there is a better entry, because many times it might step you out, you didn't take something into consideration, and will move back higher. That's number one. Number two, why we really enter those two levels? Number one, it's in the area of the high of Friday. Okay, there is this trend line that also formed over the period of last couple of sessions. Okay, and then we are targeting Monday and Tuesday high, and look at this, we literally reached to Monday and Tuesday high, and by 2 points went higher and then rejected. So it didn't really have any buying pressure there. It was retesting and long squeeze, whatever you want to call this, but it might go higher. I'm not saying that it's not, but what we're looking at, it's pretty much that exact target. Okay, how we are figuring out targets. So we have that, and let's see why our stop loss was supposed to be here. Okay, maybe we missed something. So right here we have that. Okay, and that's the important part. It's anytime you have a trade you want to review after what happened. Sometimes there is nothing that really happened, and it just that it is what it is. So what we can see here, there was this one that like those couple of points of trigger that respected as support and resistance, change of direction and whatnot. Okay, so maybe we could have put that in that area, but would I have think about that before? Not really. So there is something that we definitely should look at. So no, not sure why I don't know if I would put my stop loss in this area. It's just that to me, it's still the trade that I did. That's the trade that setup that I would do. Okay, and so far, regardless, I enter, like if I would have entered, I would enter in this area. But I didn't, because I wasn't by my computer, wasn't available to be focused on my trade. So in this case, I'm just happy that my setup worked out fairly well for future setups that I will be reviewing. So that's it for this video. Just wanted to recap on my setup and the way it's worked, the target that we had set up, and that's it from there. Okay, so thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.